The boy saw his mom coming back and ran straight for a hug. Instead, she shoved him to the ground. His dad rushed over to pick him up. His mom, meanwhile, looked embarrassed by her son's innocent gesture. People all around were watching, but all she cared about was her own image. She never once went over to comfort her son after his fall. Once they left the airport, she complained his clothes looked cheap. In reality, he picked out that outfit with great care. He just wanted to make a good impression on his mom. And after all that effort, she still turned her nose up at it. If he'd known, he never would have worn it. Hoping she'd notice he'd grown taller, he'd even forced down glasses of milk he hated. He'd marked the date on the calendar, counting down every day until she came home. For 3 years, his dad had been the one taking him to and from school. He'd even bragged to his preschool teacher that his mom was finally coming back. His dad told him her reaction had nothing to do with him. She was just upset with his dad. But the boy stayed quiet and down the whole ride home. His mom kept complaining that his dad hadn't even bothered to get a new car in 3 years. What really caught her off guard, though, was the house. To save money, his dad had sold their old house and moved them into an apartment. The two of them had spent hours decorating, getting everything ready for her return. On the surface, it looked like a happy little family of 3, but she hated every bit of the decorations. She pointed at the wall and asked what all of it was even for. Jake explained they'd put it up just for her homecoming. He and his dad had done it together. She just complained the apartment was too small to even live in. It wasn't a big place to begin with. She also called the decorations cheap looking. Her standards for how she wanted to live were absurdly high. His dad couldn't help thinking to himself, 3 years without seeing his own son, and the whole ride from the airport to the apartment. She hadn't hugged Jake even once. Was it really so hard to be gentle with her own kid? Before marriage, she'd been a nobody actress. She'd assumed that marrying a well-known screenwriter meant she'd never run out of good roles. Instead, her husband never had a hit to his name, so she'd grown bitter about her whole life. Mark asked what they should do about Jake. She said Mark could handle soothing him on his own. Jake noticed his mom hated the decorations, so he quietly tore them down off the wall himself. Mark blamed himself for all of it. He felt like it was his fault she was so cold to their son. That night, Mark wanted his wife to spend more time with Jake, but she kicked him out of the room. She said 3 years apart had made them practically strangers. She wasn't ready to be that close again, not like before. That wasn't what Mark meant at all. He just wanted her to spend more time with their son, but she said she couldn't sleep with someone else in the room. Mark reminded her that someone else was their son, Jake, the son she was meeting for the first time in 3 years. She told him not to rush her. Some things, she said, take time. Jake had been hoping his mom would hold him while he fell asleep, but once again, he was let down. Seeing his son so upset, his dad tried everything to cheer him up. No matter how hard things got, Jake still deserved to be happy. For once, his mom made him a bowl of instant noodles. It was the first meal she'd cooked since coming back 3 years ago, but Jake still couldn't bring himself to feel happy about it. Before she left the room, she warned him not to spill broth on the table. What Jake really wanted was a home-cooked meal made by his mom's own hands. What he really wanted was to fall asleep in her arms every night. When his dad got home, he found Jake curled up under the blankets. He had no idea what had happened. All he could